So I'd like to give you a little bit of history, first of all. You see our word Ubuntu 5, and probably for many of you, Ubuntu is not a familiar term. But about 7 years ago, a group of us got together, and we decided we wanted to do a show that had to do with people. And I had recently come from South Africa, and the term Ubuntu was used by people there. And it means, I am who I am because of who we all are. So it has to do with our interconnectedness, with belonging, with our humanity. So we did a show with 5 of us. 6 years ago, we went to several galleries in the Okanagan. And after that, we kind of didn't do too much together again. But now we've come together because we wanted to honor the person who is not here with us tonight, Sandy Saskus. The others are here, and I'd like to introduce them. Lois, where are you? Lois, okay, there's Lois. Bonnie Jackson. Holly, there she is, she's on the harp back there, and I'm Mary Stebbins. So, to honor Sandy, who passed away this last year, we wanted to bring our group back together again. And so when you're looking at the paintings, you will see paintings from her and from the rest of us. So Sandy is a good friend, was a good friend, and an amazing artist. She would tackle anything. You know, she would do acrylic, she would do watercolor, clay, fabrics. There wasn't anything she wouldn't try. One of the things when I think about Sandy, what I remember are her eyes. So those of you who knew Sandy, maybe this will resonate with you. Her eyes always sparkled, and it was just like this life force that was so strong in her would come through. Just have to take a moment. So we wanted to do this show in honor of Sandy. And for the next month, this show will be up. And if you know anybody else who might like to come and see it, but we've done this to dedicate to the memory of Sandy Saskus. I'd like at this point to call on Murray, her husband, who would like to say a few words. Thank you, Murray.
I think I've got others in my family also that want to share a few words, so I'll keep this super brief, or attempt to. It was just over a year ago that Sandy received the news that she was in terminal stages of cancer. So this is a pretty emotional time for us, and I appreciate everyone here to celebrate her life and her creativity. I just wanted, especially tonight, to honor Mary, who was the driving force behind putting this all together, and especially the Ubuntu group. There was an unbelievable energy when Mary talks about the sparkle in Sandy's eyes. It would ignite whenever she was with you, and whenever she was planning to do things with you, and after she followed, whenever she finished doing things with you, there was an incredible burst of energy and creativity, and obviously love that you all shared with each other. It was so beautiful to see on both of the shows that you did earlier with Sandy, and at any time when you got together. I guess the other part that there's certainly many of us are driven by something, maybe we want to leave a legacy in our lives, and with Sandy, it's hanging on the walls here, but in so many more ways it's within her children and grandchildren. And there's some way that she was able, maybe it's just genetics, but each one of them is incredibly creative in visual and performing arts. And it just astonishes me to watch each of them follow that unbelievable energy that Sandy brought to everything creative. And that they too have really lived into that, inspired, I think, by Sandy. and by your example, and especially by her encouragement and love.
Thank you, Marie. You really spoke to that spirit that Sandy had, that we all experienced whenever we were with her. So I hope that you have a chance to really look at the paintings from all of us, but particularly those from Sandy. And yeah, this is in her memory. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mary and Murray, actually for putting this together. Ubuntu 5 actually displayed a number of years ago initially at Gallery Vertigo at our old location. So we're absolutely overjoyed to have the honor of representing Sandy's work here this evening and for the balance of the month. Not to make light of anything, I do want to point out that we also have our featured member here this evening, Devin Mullard. She's sitting there, and if you want to speak to her about her art, feel free to do so. One last reminder, Gallery Vertigo does run on donations, and what we'd like for those of you coming to the event this evening to put your comments here on the guest book so that we can share them with Ubuntu 5 and with Marie when the exhibit is over. Again, thank you very much for coming. Enjoy the evening.